Hello friends! Today it's a very special day since we are gonna be doing my favorite thing of all times, that is Daisy Squares. And they are so puffy, so cute, and I'm completely obsessed with this. So anything we can do with it, I'm gonna try it. The process is always so simple because it's gonna be doing the same thing and then attaching the squares together. So once you really have the Daisy Square technique, you can tackle anything, basically. For today I have two things prepared. One that it's a headband and another that it's a boom bag or crossbody bag. And both of them are made following the same technique, so 2 in 1. For the first project I'm gonna be using these 3 beautiful colors, this for the center, this for the petals, and this for the background. You can obviously use any other color you want, and the project that I didn't say it is a headband inspired in something like this. I think it's gonna look very cute, and probably if you are a fan of this cottagecore style, it's a good thing to add to your outfit. The first thing that you need to know is how to do the puffy Daisy Squares. For the center, we start making a magic ring and chaining 1. Then we single crochet 7 times until we have 8 stitches to work with in the surface of the ring. Count them thoroughly. I change color to white and chain 1 in any gap to make the first petal. Insert the hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert the hook and pull up a loop 3 more times. So 5 in each petal. And to secure the puff stitch we've done, pull through all of your loops and chain 2 times. Repeat the puff stitch 7 times more for the 8 flower petals. Have in mind that in the ring there are chain and slip stitches that we are not counting as gaps. So make sure you have 8 viable spaces to make the puff stitches. Remember not making the stitches tight, and from time to time stretch the threads like I'm doing. At the end, chain 2 and slip stitch into the top chain of the first petal and chain 1. To make the square shape, start chaining 3. And now make 2 double crochets in the same gap. In the next gap, between petal and petal, 3 half double crochets. Continue doing 3 double crochets in the next space. chain 1, and do 3 other double crochets in the same gap. That's our first corner. Continue with 3 half double crochets and then 3 double crochets, chain, 3 double crochets, and sew. At the end we do 3 double crochets in the same space that we started with. One chain and 1 slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the beginning. Chain 1 to secure and just repeat this for a few more times. I have 8 squares so far done and complete, and according to the scheme that I did, we need 2 full squares more and 3 half squares more. But I think it's gonna be too big, isn't it? Do I have that big of a head to need that extra squares? wait a second. My head is 54 centimeters, okay? And this piece that we have here is currently 24, which will take it will stay roughly 2 centimeters above my ear. And adding this extra line of squares, it will be my calculations were a bit wrong because this is 31.5, which is it's on top of my ear. It sits on top of my ear, which I don't think it's the look we are going for. I don't know if you can see anything. Anyway, hope you can see my ear because it's hard. I think it's gonna be too big. I'm gonna try it on. Don't mind the threads here, and I think it's too small. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 squares more and 3 half squares more, but that will be a later problem because I still don't know how to do it. I was doing some testing yesterday, and this is the best solution I could come up with to do the half daisy square. And for that we need a magic ring, the same thing that we did previously, and we will do 4 petals, in my case in white, without skipping any gap of the ring. And after that We will start with the green. We start in the very first petal and we do 3 chains. Then 2 double crochets, 3 half double crochets in the gap. Then we do the corner, so 3 double crochets, a chain, 3 double crochets, 3 half double crochets, and then we finish with 3 double crochets. We slip stitch until we get to the magic ring, and to cover it we will do 7 single crochets in the hole of the magic ring, and then a slip stitch to finish. Let's do the 2 others. To finish all the edges, go around using single crochets, 2 chains in the corner, and increase to a higher stitch when the line of the edge goes inward. There you can use half double crochets and double crochets to make a straight border. The line might not be the straightest, but is straighter than before. After that, I made a long tail of chains in each of the corners, one significantly longer than the other, just to make it easier to tie the knot on one side. And this is how it looks. Isn't this the most beautiful headband you've seen? I love it. It's honestly really cool, like very unique piece, especially if you like cottagecore style. I go now like I own a farm or something. Some things I should mention before starting the next project is that the length of this part is 38 centimeters. The length of this other part is 25 centimeters. Each square is 6.5 by 6.5. The straps of chains are one side 36 centimeters and the other side is 13 centimeters. And have in mind where do you place it depending on where, like which is your dominant hand. Have that in mind. And I was using a 4mm hook. So just to let you know, depending on the thickness of the yarn, the sizes that I mentioned may variate. So yeah, now into the next project. I'm gonna be doing a boom bag. I think that's the name. I think it's also called Crossbody Bag. I don't know. Anyway, the problem here is that I'm very indecisive with colors and I don't know, like this is gonna be the base color. And then I don't know if I should do lilies. Not lilies, why did I say lilies? Daisies or sunflowers. And for the sunflowers, those will be the colors. For the daisies, these ones. Or maybe I should mix both. I don't know. But I'm gonna start making the squares. And so you guys can decide. I'm gonna run a poll in my social media. Let's see. We have the results. However, I think I'm gonna do the opposite. I hate doing this more than you do, trust me. But when that comes out and I'm disappointed, then that means that what I prefer is this one and not this one. And I think actually for what we are going to do, it's better to stay away from these lighter colors, because bags can get dirty pretty fast. So I think what I'm gonna do is to alternate the colors and have like a checkerboard situation, but also with the flowers. And I think that's gonna look pretty cute.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
The next day.
Yesterday I was connecting all the squares and realizing that there was not gonna be a lot of space in this boom bag. So I decided to add another row here of flowers, like 2 of them there. And so I had to do 2 squares more. And now the problem, because there's always problems here, comes from when you fold it. Originally, we had 2 rows of squares, okay? Because we didn't have this one here. And what was before covered by 2 squares here, and that was enough, now it is not. So I figured out that the way to do this is the upper one is going to stay the same way, and we just have to fold it like this and sew it to there, and there's going to be the corner here in this triangle that we will do later, probably something. But for these bottom squares that used to go here, well, in this case with this lilac, that used to go here, now they can no longer go there. So I think the solution is to do the following. We need to attach the corner to the center of the 2 squares that we added in the middle, okay? And from there we start crocheting and putting together this square in one side and this square in the other. Now we have these holes. By the way, you can also use it as a very stylish hat. But that's not the goal here. So we have these kind of rectangles, but not really, because this side is like in an angle. So there are few possibilities. We can use either one of the 2 main colors for doing this gap, or we can use a contrast color that I think that's the option I'm gonna go for. I I wasn't feeling the brown there, so I patiently sit in my living room and started crocheting again with lilac and yellow. Added 4 rows of single crochet in the opening and connected the corners like so. The top, I added the zipper with the sewing machine. If you don't have, this step is very easy to do also with hand stitching. So there you go, you decide. And to add the band, cut 2 pieces of ribbon and I have the finished piece here with me. I honestly love it. The strap is adjustable, so very practical as well to wear it like this or in the waist or even like this. You can choose. And I love this detail that I ended up adding because it's such a pop of color, and I probably will be switching sides. I was thinking all the time like, okay, this is gonna be the back side because it's more ugly, but I kinda like it. What do you think? I think it tells a story and I honestly love it. Just some things that I should mention. I went a little bit extra and ended up adding a pocket in the linen because, well, it's me. And I also added this cord to fish the keys from inside. It's something I add to all the bags that I've done so far, so yeah, it works for me. And yeah, let's see the measurements. It's 33 in length, 18 in height, and I was using switching from hook 4mm to 4.5. Let me know if you try this. I will love to see your creations, and I also take any advices that you have on any of the steps that you think I should do differently to make it look more professional or something. And also, if you have any questions, any doubts, don't hesitate and ask me, because I will be very pleased and happy to help you. And that's it. Don't forget to follow me in social media, because I will be asking there and making polls there every time I need it. So if you want to participate, there you have it. See you soon. Bye.